So this was a bit of a struggle. This was the very first piece that I played as a little boy that sounded very flashy and almost like a show-off piece. A few days back I made a video with my first piece that I ever played as a little boy out of the Carcassi guitar method, his Opus 59. When I was about 12 years old, I started teaching myself out of that book. I played guitar before that, but I started playing classical around 11 or 12 years old, and teaching myself from the Carcassi method book. I'll tell the story one day. Maybe it's a really cool story, I think. And anyways, I made a video about the very first piece that I played out of the book that sounded like a real classical guitar piece, and yet was easy enough to play. It's the Andantino from the C major section, just a few pages at the beginning of the book. I'll place a link of that video at the top and at the bottom if you want to watch it. Now, this piece that I just played, about a year later, as I worked my way through the book, was the very first piece that I played, and whoever I played it for, they were like, whoa, that sounds amazing. That's the flashiest thing that I've heard you play. And not so much a show-off piece, because we shouldn't show off, right? But a very impressive piece for whatever audience I played for, like my friends, family, relatives, kids at school. I bring my guitar along and play for the kids in my classroom. And this was the very first piece that I played where whoever I played it for, they'd be like, dude, that's really awesome. That sounds very nice. And it's not very difficult to play. Now, I shouldn't say that because I just almost butchered it. But really, if you sit down to practice it a little bit, it's not that hard to play. And it's in the Carcassi method, his Opus 59. I'll place a link for that book if you want to take a look at it at the bottom, an Amazon link. I highly encourage you, if you're serious about playing the classical guitar, to make your way through that book, or at least most of it. And this particular piece is in the third or fourth section of the book, where Carcassi starts to introduce the student to the different positions, like the second position, and the fourth position, and the fifth, and the seventh, and so on. And then for each position that he introduces, he gives 3 or 4 pieces for the student to play in that particular position to get used to the notes. And the piece that I played is in the 4th position. It's in the key of E major. The score looks like this. And it was quite challenging at the time, but it was a mixture of the piece being challenging and very rewarding. Especially that second section right here, with that repeating, it almost reminds you of right? The Asturias, right? So this is now those last few notes in there are not in the score. So as a little boy, as I was playing around, I added some notes. I don't think Carcassi would mind. I think he would be proud of me as a little boy being able to do that. So at the very end, I did just to kind of finish that section off. And that's not too bad for a little boy who's 12 or 13. So that section, again, and also the dynamics. I don't think Carcassi has dynamics in the score, so I just did loud and soft there. Something like this. Okay, so that section was particularly challenging and rewarding. I mean, the other sections, that's very nice melodic section. This reminded me of maybe a French horn section in the orchestra. Right? So we have something like that. And then the first section, of course, was challenging and rewarding because of this fast-moving scale. Right? And you don't always get it. I'm probably playing it too fast right now, so maybe that's part of the problem. So anyways, I just wanted to share this quick video today and talk about the very first piece that I ever played out of the Carcassi book, and really ever out of any book, that sounded like an amazing, impressive, flashy, almost show-off piece. And that's from the Carcassi book. Feel free to check out that book. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Thank you in advance for that. Don't forget to click that bell so you don't miss my uploads, and give this video a like when you get a chance. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, write them at the bottom. See you later.